Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Lasham Daily Briefing for Wednesday, 11th of December, 2024. So the synopsis situation, this is as of midnight last night. We're basically under the influence of this high pressure for throughout not only today, but running through tomorrow. There's some fronts around the north of the country that are bringing bad weather over there. And we've got this occluded front dragging its heels literally going from northeast to southwest along the south side of the country. And irrespective of the two fronts, we've got total cloud cover over the country today. But this occluded front is likely just going to give it a little bit of drizzle that we need to just persevere with for a while. And this is at 12 o'clock today, saying that it's pretty well gone through by then. But we're basically left in a very slack east-northeasterly flow over the country. So the cloud cover is as such. We've got this big front out to the north. We've got this occlusion down to the south, which is just dragging its heels a little bit as the sun's just coming up on this particular chart. You can't see the occlusion that well, actually, but it's there. And it's got a little bit of rain on it. If I look at the actual rain forecast, there's a bit heavier rain out in the channel, indicating actually that it's reasonably clear over the south of the country. This is just a running 6:55 to 8:55 slide. However, if we run through the predicted rain forecast from the Met Office today, you can see they're indicating a little bit more rain. So if I run this through, so let's zoom in a little bit. If I run this through the south of the country, you can see there's this drizzle or rain pretty well there for a lot of the day. Well, clearly we're just south of Basingstoke, just north of this heavy rain. So we may be okay where we are, but there's definitely a rain that's dragging on the back end of that occlusion and then disappears around about 1 or 2 o'clock today. So we're really stuck right in the middle here. Is it going to rain? Is it not going to rain? Is there going to be drizzle? Is there not going to be drizzle? Well, being the ever optimist, I know there's a little bit of drizzle out there at the moment, but I think we'll be able to get some flying in today for sure. Odium Taff is giving broken at 1,800 feet, 8 knots from the northeast. But we're saying between 9 and 11, 9 and 9 today, broken clouds at 800 feet. Now that's so we need to keep our eye on that. And Farnborough, ever the optimist Farnborough, 8 knots from the northeast, broken at 1,600, becoming between 9 and 4 o'clock today, broken at 1,200, with a 30% probability of 8,000 metres, broken clouds at 900 feet with light drizzle. So I think that's going to be the odd area where that rain just hits us and then carries on again. Spot winds today are giving us 070, 15 knots. Further south, it's increased to 25, but we're going to be around a 070, 15 knot area. And windy's giving us today about 9 knots northeasterly wind at Lasham. So that's at 9 o'clock this morning. We ran that forwards a little bit more till 12, 10 knots northeasterly. Local forecast is giving us overcast throughout the day. 12-knot winds from the northeast. They got gusts of 22 knots. I don't think we're going to see that, to be fair, underneath this high pressure air. So we've got a mean wind of probably 10 knots or so from the northeast. Very good visibility, but quite high humidity notice. Not excessively high, but high enough just to give us this overcast where we are now. GFS is going to give us a max temperature day of 7 degrees with a dew point down at 2 or 3. The local weather station's not up and running at the moment still, but this is a view looking north from Alton, and exactly what we've got outside the window now. The question mark is, how high is this cloud above the site? We've had days like this before where, oh, shall we, shan't we? And we take a launch, and the next thing you know, they've gone to 1,700 feet. So we will have to go out and assess that as best we can, I think, in real time. And so significant weather then. So this is south of the country, mist and overcast. Notice his rain, the rain symbol. The top meteo is indicating actually that we're going to get a lot more rain for a lot more of the day. So this is running through to 11, 12, 1 o'clock, even 2 o'clock. It's still saying that there's rain here. And low cloud and mist, well, that's pretty well what we've got outside the window at the moment. Sky sight slightly more optimistic in that there's no high cloud at all. This is the thicker cloud which is decreasing now at about 9:30, which should be sweet. So I think we'll get out and get flying in this little window here, and then fly as long as we can safely, of course. After that, giving 9 knot winds, 060 thereabouts, and they have got gusts of 15, but nowhere near what the local forecast was saying. So this is sky side again. This is giving the total cloud cover around about 1,000 feet, maybe increasing to 1,500 feet later on, about 12 o'clock. And if you look at the cross section, it's saying pretty well overcast all day. Some rain here between about 11:30 and 12. And the winds northeasterly, and then cloud base coming down again later on. Very strong upper winds up at 70 odd knots. Okay, no times today then. 13 is Goodwood. Their opening times now are 9 o'clock till 4:15 local. 18 is live firing. It says Winchester. That's Barton Stace as we used to know it. Surface to 1,100 feet. 20 is D132. Ash ranges are activated today. Surface to 850 feet. 21 is Camberley. There's flares this evening. And 22 is a rat at Burfields, a police drone flying over there. Surface to 2,400 feet within a mile of Burford. Okay, so let's look at the airfields setup for today then. I'm optimistic we will get a little bit of flying. There's a cross section. If you believe that, we ain't going anywhere. But I think it's going to be slightly better than what that's indicating. We'll have to just go out and see. So fundamentally, overcast all day. Wind 040, 10 knots thereabouts. No warnings. Good viz today, 10k plus. So no reported movements today. The high pressure system basically dominating the area today, living as a northeasterly flow. 1,000 to 1,500 foot cloud base most of the day. Occasional light rain expected. That could be light rain or drizzle. Call it what you wish. We may just have to stop for short periods whilst that comes through. The grass is very wet, especially on the south side. Be careful with the wheel brake there, Bob, and be careful on using the wheel brake on the grass. Now, we had a K21 last week, no names, no pack drill, but they came off the grass onto the peri track, and there was this loud screech for about 3 seconds as they were trying to stop the glider before the next bit of grass. Please, please be careful about that. We know the K21 brakes are really good. Okay, we've got 2 K21s on a booking system, both with instructors and students. One of them, unfortunately, is for aerobatic, so I don't think we're going to get, well, we're not going to get high enough for that today. We've got a K13 on the booking system with instructor and students. K21 booked on a morning slot, and 3 single-seaters are booked. So we'll need perhaps 3 K21s and the K13 out. We'll set up on 09, wet operation, take off on the runway, landing on the grass north and south. The grass is very wet to the south. Watch out for misting canopies and a setting sun. If we see the sun at all, it's going to be about just before 4 o'clock, actually, sunset today. Remind about the buggies, and the simulator is available as necessary. So the setup then, 09. Winching off the runway, aerotow to the north. We won't be aerotowing today. And slight northeasterly wind. And be careful, please, of the cross runways. And it's very, very wet down the south side of the airfield. Okay, I think we can have a reasonably sensible, slowish start. We don't need to be in the starting blocks, but there is going to be the opportunity to go and do some flying today. So I'll meet you all in the clubhouse shortly, and perhaps we will go out from there. See you soon. Bye.